Well, remember, f of x equal to sine 2x and g of x equal to cos x will go on infinitely. Unless we set a boundary, we will not be able to find the area because that's going to be infinite. All right. Can you draw the graph of these two functions? Well, here it is. I suggest you draw it from, say, 0, 0 to, say, pi. Is that right? Which comes, this will actually include it there, 0 to pi. Or 0 to 2 pi. Now, f of x equal to sine 2x is this graph. And g of x equal to cos x is the other graph, isn't it? F of x equal to sine 2x. Look at the way I'm tracing it out. That is f of x. G of x equal to cos x is this graph. Now, first of all, we need to find the boundaries. Well, we are given x equal to pi by 6 and x equal to 5 pi by 6. But there is actually a point of intersection in between, so we need to find that. To find the point of intersection, what do? Point of intersection occurs where the two functions are equal. So set f of x equal to g of x. And that is going to test your ability to solve trigonometric functions. Is that right? Trigonometric equations. Sine of 2x equal to cos x. Can you solve this? Well, the way to solve this is to write sine 2x in terms of sine x. Now, what's sine 2x? Use the identity. Sine 2x is 2 sine x cos x. So write it like that. Sine 2x is 2 sine x cos x. So that will be 2 sine x cos x equal to cos x. How will you solve it? I know some of you will say divide both sides by cos x. Now, don't you ever do that when you solve an equation, because when you divide both sides by the same quantity, you are taking away a solution which is actually there. You will miss a solution if you do that. So the way to do that is move the cos x to the left side and set the right hand side equal to 0. 2 sine x cos x minus cos x equal to 0. And now you can factor out a cos x. Alright, do that. Factor out a cos x. It is cos x times 2 sine x minus 1 equal to 0. And now set each factor to 0. There are two factors. One is cos x. The other is 2 sine x minus 1. Alright, can you set cos x equal to 0 and tell me what are the values of x? Cos of pi by 2 equal to 0, isn't it? Yes? So that's the only value that is relevant for us. So cos x equal to 0 gives you x equal to pi by 2. We don't need to go further than that. Also, x can be 3 pi by 2, but we don't need it. That is beyond the limit given to us. Well, and we will now set the second factor to 0. And that will be 2 sine x minus 1 equal to 0. You can do that for me, can you? 2 sine x minus 1 equal to 0 means sine x equal to 1/2. And if sine x equal to 1/2, one value of x is pi by 6, and the other value is 5 pi by 6. Sine of pi by 6 is 1/2. Sine of 5 pi by 6 also is 1/2, isn't it? And these are the limits that is given to us. So, if you now look, you have 3 points of intersection. Point corresponding to x equal to pi by 6, point corresponding to x equal to pi by 2, and a point corresponding to x equal to 5 pi by 6. And so, how do you find the enclosed area? Now remember, these are functions of x, which means the upper function minus the lower function. Don't confuse it with functions of y as the right function minus the left function. Here we have the functions of x. So, on pi by 6 to pi by 2, if you take this boundary, f of x is above g of x. Therefore, the area enclosed by f of x with g of x from x equal to pi by 6 to x equal to pi by 2. Can you write that definite integral? Will be integral pi by 6 to pi by 2 f of x minus g of x, which is sine of 2x minus cos x. Alright, can you tell me the integral of sine of 2x dx? What is integral? Integral sine x is negative cos x. Integral sine mx is negative cos mx over m. So integral sine of 2x is negative cos 2x over 2 minus integral cos x dx is sine x. Now don't confuse in here. Now remember, the derivative of sine x is cos x. The derivative of cos x is negative sine x. Therefore, integral of sine x is negative cos x. Integral of sine mx is negative cos mx over m. So integral sine 2x is negative cos 2x over 2 minus integral cos x is sine x. From x equal to pi by 6 to x equal to pi by 2. Now replace the upper limit, x by pi by 2. When you replace x by pi by 2, 2 times pi by 2 will be pi. So this will be cos of pi by 2 minus sine of pi by 2. So negative cos of pi. Hope you understand that. 2x, replace x by pi by 2. Gives you cos pi divided by 2 minus sine pi by 2. That's the upper limit. Minus, now for the lower limit. Negative, that is this negative, cos of, replace x by pi by 6. 2 times pi by 6 is pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 divided by 2 minus sine pi by 6. What is cos pi? You must be able to put that up quickly. Cos pi, remember cos 0 is 1. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos pi is negative 1. Cos of 3 pi by 2 is 0. Cos of 2 pi is 1. You must remember that. So this will be negative 1 over 2. With that negative sign become positive 1/2. Minus sine pi by 2 is 1. Minus negative, what is cos of pi by 3? Cos pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees is 1/2. So that will be negative cos pi by 3 is 1/2 divided by 2 minus sine pi by 6, sine 30 is 1/2. Now simplify this. That will be 1/2 minus 1 will be negative 1/2. And this is negative 1/4. And minus become positive 1/2. Negative 1/2, positive 1/2 goes. And that gives you 1/4 is the area enclosed by the graphs of these two functions. Well, what we have done is we have found the area enclosed by f of x and g of x from x equal to pi by 6 to pi by 2. Now we need to find the area from x equal to pi by 2 to 5 pi by 6. I'm sure you can do that on your own. It'll be integral pi by 2 to 5 pi by 6. The upper function is now g of x, cos of x minus sine 2x dx. This doesn't really take a lot of effort now. Integral cos x dx is sine x, and integral sine 2x dx is negative cos 2x over 2. that negative with this negative become positive. And the lower limit is pi by 2, the upper limit is 5 pi by 6. Now, set x equal to 5 pi by 6. Sine of 5 pi by 6 plus cos of 2x. 2 times 5 pi by 6 is 5 pi by 3. Is that right? 5 pi by 6 times 2 is 5 pi by 3 divided by 2. Minus, replace x by pi by 2. Sine of pi by 2 plus cos of, when x equal to pi by 2, 2 times pi by 2 is pi, cos pi divided by 2. And you know the values of this. Sine of 5 pi by 6, do you know the value? That is 1/2. And cos of 5 pi by 3 divided by 2 is 1/4. Minus sine pi by 2 is 1. And cos pi is -1, so that gives you -1/2. And simplify this, that will give you 1/4 as well. So the total area is 1/4 plus 1/4, that is 1/2. Now actually we have gone through extensively and dealt with the concept of area enclosed by two graphs. I want you to now do a number of these homeworks, or try this on your own. Sketch the region bounded by f of x equal to 0.5x squared plus 2x, and g of x equal to -x squared plus 2x plus 6. Try this on your own and see whether you understand the concept. All right?